Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Gigi again. Welcome back to our channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new to my channel. So, I have a story time for you guys today, and I will be discussing my experience working at HyVee. So, this was my very first job that I had. I was 16 years old. I worked there 3 years ago now. So, let's wait a minute. No. Wait. Hold up. Yeah. 3 years ago. Okay, I have to do a little math. I'm like, wait a minute, what year was it? Okay, but we're good. So, I'm gonna discuss the whole process, getting, even like, getting the job and everything like that, and discussing training, all of that stuff, plus actually working shifts still, and should I be writing my name from this? No, I don't know my name tag is, but I'm not gonna do that. Also, yeah, like I just said, I don't want to anymore, obviously. It's been 3 years, because of 3 years since I've quit, and over 3 years since I got hired. So, obviously, I'm not associated with them anymore. And no, I'm not gonna bad about them, even though I definitely could, because there would be an opportunity for it. But I'm cordial, so let's just go ahead and dive right into this. This is definitely going to be very interesting for sure. And I had worked, after I worked there, so, no one talks about this. So, you know what? It is a topic, lots of people work there. Yeah, so let's get right into it, shall we? So like I said, I was 16 years old and I wanted a job because if you don't know anything about me, I naturally like to make money. Right, like I wanted to make money. Do not ask me why. It was not because I was going to be buying all this stuff. I just wanted to save. So that's what I did. I got a job and it's obviously I got the job because that's obvious, but yeah, so I'm thinking I wanted a job. Now, I was a sophomore in high school as well, so we're gonna keep this in mind. That actually plays an important part in this story. So yeah, but I was looking for a job and to make some money. So I'm like, well, I want a job, so I'm thinking we kind of decided to try applying to HyVee. Now I knew people at my school that I found out working there that I found out when I worked there that people that went to my school worked there as well. So I basically found that out and everything like that. But yeah, so my mom had gone in to speak with the HR manager or something like that to see, about maybe if they were hiring or stuff like that, so maybe I could work there. Now, in case you do not know this about me, and this is important, I do have special needs. I have something that's called dyspraxia, which which I recently learned what they are now saying is a part of the autistic spectrum, but at this point, that was not really something that was known. It wasn't really part of the spectrum and stuff like that. And so, I was protected against, the ADA and stuff like that. Well, I obviously still am, but, about that as well. And, yeah, so I do have a pretty extensive medical history because on top of dyspraxia, I have generalized anxiety disorder. I take Zoloft for, not that I need it, but just because I've been taking it for a while and I was on it at the time and everything like that. And this is background because we need it, And I grew out of it because I'm obviously talking now, but I had a tattoo when I was younger, which is just where you can't talk. I was 4 when I started talking. I know. And now I don't stop talking. I know, but I obviously won't. I'm turning 20 soon. That was 15 years ago, so we're good. But yeah, so and me being talking about it and stuff. If you can't tell, this is gonna be a part of the story. But yeah, and I have a monster tongue. I was on this and I was like a year old or less. But I have sicknesses. I'm up against teeth. I don't stand on my feet for that long. Yeah, my weight plays a part in that as well. But I don't think I was as bad back then. Plus, I was on my feet and stuff. But yeah, so there is that. Now it was tough for me to balance school and work because just I only went I was a full-time student. I didn't take a full class load. That was just a different story. But it was just something that I kind of played a role in me eventually quitting my job. And all of this did, it all makes sense. I will mention it obviously. So it was towards the end of January when I ended up going in for an interview. I met the HR guy, and his name was Brian. I am using his real name because obviously, if you live in my area, you might know who he is. So I live in Omaha, Nebraska, and I work at the 108 at the Pacific location. If you're not familiar with the area and everything like that. So, and yes, there was a shooting apparently in the C-store area at the store that I worked at, and I was just like, well, I bet you guys want to, were you there? I'll discuss it. Don't worry about it. I will cover it. Oh my god, I remember when so much. I don't know if this I record my videos, but yeah, so I obviously got hired. She liked me. My mom she was in the interview the entire time. I prepped. Not that I felt the need to, but I did anyway. I was at school one day before. My mom sent me some commonly asked questions, which I now all basically drilled into my brain because I've been on plenty of interviews, and obviously, if you don't know, I have future plans to be a business owner. So I have a lot of understanding about all this stuff. So I interviewed. It went very well. He gave me the job right then and there. So that was I was really excited. I was paid just over a minute. Well, actually, I'll share. So minimum wage here in Nebraska where I live, or that's where I live, is $9 an hour currently. But so the starting pay was $9.25. And I was applying to be a cashier. Now I found out that the call table will pay minimum wage. So, who knows? But I was minimum wage was them to tell me that, I had, I found out that 25 cents an hour, so that's good, When he asked if I had any of those just basic questions, common interview questions, like stuff like that, I did very well. I'm a natural. I know how to answer any of your questions. Plus, my mom has a business background, so she helped me out with that, and I love been filming this the night before Mother's Day. But, yeah, which I'm out right now, but yeah, so he gave me my uniform and everything like that. After we ended up buying me pants, because I needed pants for the job. We got me one pair that I had like a couple I wore. But yeah, so you have to wear black pants. So I had my collared shirt. It's like blue and white checkered. I could show it, but I'm not gonna. Obviously, I wouldn't go get the shirt, my name tag and everything like that. So yeah, so I was really excited because I never had a job before. Obviously, I was excited to make money. So. And I asked, when he asked if he had questions of me, I asked him if Trey was paid. Because obviously all I care about is making money. Like, that is like my sole focus right now. Of course, I wanted to do my job well, but let's just be real. I wanted to. So, that's what I wanted. So I was happy about that. And he said, yes, it's paid by law. And, orientation was as well. Oh boy, that was so bad. So many memories. But you know what? This is a part of the experience and everything like that. So I don't have bank account yet, obviously, because I had never, I was a teen. I never needed it. I didn't need to. But my mom. Westgate, it was called, what was it called? Great Southern Bank at the time, but now it is now Great Western, or not Great Western, Westgate, I'm sorry. Okay, I can't speak. It's like right, next door basically. It's like, at this close, you know what I mean? Like, I walked one time, to be honest. So, we all made an account, and then my parents gave me $100 right off the bat to, because of a present, I suppose. That was nice, and I didn't donate my first picture puzzle that was newspaper work on newspaper before. But I donated it. I spent close to $200. I donated to all local, to the food bank and the food of the heartland. So I did that, and me and my mom, we would fill up like one cup. I think with that ended up being two. And one of my coworkers and I stuff and about that. So yeah, I spent that. I had the money in America, and I had some cash, and that covered it. But yeah, so I was pretty proud of that as well. That was, I hadn't gotten paid yet, but it was more than my check was. I know it says a lot about how much I made, but you know what? It's fine. Not that I'm making much more, but you know what I mean. So. Yeah, so orientation, it was, well, I'm not going to say pretty basic, but it was. So I went in, and there were plenty of, managers and everything. I met some recruiters, it wasn't everybody that was going to be doing, what I was doing, but, it was everybody that was going to be looking there. My mom was there. Paul, my spouses, I can't take notes right at the same time, which is the biggest issue in school. So my mom was still taking notes on me and everything like that. We learned about, we watched videos about, like, how the jobs and everything, this one guy did it, and then we learned about the history of the company. Well, I think it's great to know that. I don't need it once. I learned a lot that I did not need to know. And also, I'm not cashier at all. I did not work as a cashier. I bag what they call them courtesy clerks, but I bagged groceries. That was my job. And yes, cashier's bad too, but some will do both. That they'll be at if they're not at the cashiers, they'll be at the bagging station. But I was sort of the bagger. Yeah, the goal is to be a cashier, but that is another thing that I'll be touching on. And this is, I know, going to be a long video, so hang tight. But yeah, so it was really, honestly, I thought it was kind of boring, but I'm going to think I'm going to pay. I decided my name 1,000,001 times. It was very, I remember my mom do that eventually. I'm just like, wow, okay. So much paperwork, but, I had never once had to do that again, like, that many times. Some of those, the rules, that sign off, and we understood it wasn't. Yeah, I'm pretty sure any job or had expectations. It was really basic. Wouldn't be hard to figure out what they wanted, and they taught us to smile when you were there and stuff like that. I'm not the only one that cared, but you know what? I took it seriously. I was getting paid, and the money is gonna be produce. I'm not having good business about that. That was what I did not know. So I was just saving it. I didn't really know for what is my future, but now it is kind of the same thing with that. But yeah, so it was 6 at what was orientation? Orientation was paperwork and everything like that, and then training was just sit down with them with the videos and with the notes and stuff like that, and then at the end I worked as a bagger and everything. And yes, we were told that we would have to train people as well. I wasn't personally assigned that sole responsibility, but there was a new guy that went to my school that I worked with him a little bit, not necessarily train him, but I don't really know if I should, to be honest. But yeah, so Brian showed us around and everything like that. He was a big dude, you know, like he was a pretty big, he was tall and big. So yeah, you know, he was just kind of like, I don't want to say tall, but you know, he did, he would talk, stuff like that. So yeah, and then I wore my uniform and everything and stuff like that to train and everything like that. We walked around, they showed us around a little bit, but no, they did not show us extensively around the store. I had to learn on my own when I was looking. I told the guy that he was going to get hired. He wasn't officially hired because he started to do stuff. But there's another thing. I had to have a saliva test during my interview, but he had to wait a few minutes. Honestly, though, you could just spit on it if I put that point of saliva out, so it's fine. But obviously, I'd never done drugs in a while. Well, I have to do drugs, so that was completely cool, right? So I got the job. And yes, you won't get the job if you pass the drug test. And I had ran into this guy one time, and I was looking, taking a bath into what was part of my job. But I was going in the store. I told him to go in the store because they don't really teach. I gave him the test for that. He didn't find time to do the drug test that day, so he was gonna come out next day to do. But I had asked him, he said he did do drugs, so he was going to get the job. So that was known and stuff like that. So I did that, and I did study. I actually wanted to stay a little bit after my training was supposed to, even though it's out. I loved my job. I did, but this is of course, there's the newness of this and stuff like that. But I didn't train a big cashier. There was a lot on my training to do, so I did that. Well, I did most of it. I don't remember. Against the 3 years ago, I don't remember. This is definitely when I started. It was like, even though I had only been a couple days later, a few days later, it was February, beginning of February at this point now. Stuff like so yeah, and I went in originally to maybe get an interview or whatever. It was a Monday I interviewed and stuff like that. So I didn't start. I didn't work much about like 3-4 days. So I was like 3-4 hour shifts because my stomach interested in me doing school and stuff like that. So I would work. Whenever they scheduled me, it was fine. I ended up working more 4 hours just than 3 hours just even though 3 hours just for better. But yeah, so what I would do sometimes is after school I would get done a little bit earlier, so I would come home and then change and then go right to work. I didn't really have much time. I just came home to put my uniform on because I obviously didn't wait up to school for like the few hours I was there. Everything like that, I would get a little bit before some of my coworkers that were coming from school and stuff like that. So yeah, also I did not drive myself. I had to get a ride from someone, my mom or something like that. So I did not drive and stuff like that. So I went to an office to do some training there, and I had to learn about it was so stupid, honestly. It was like part of it was a lot of produce stuff, and yes, some of it was like the cashier stuff I had ended up doing, but it was pretty useless, right? And a lot of technology, and helped me with all of that and stuff like that. As per usual, if you don't know, that's typical for her to do. So we did that, and then I was fine at this, but it was fine or whatever. I used the computer there, Brian kind of helped. I don't remember the sounds, but he helped me get stuff and everything like that, and yeah, so I didn't know that was a security number. Quickly the last 4 digits of it were my punching and my clocking it out number when I was going every day to log my hours and everything like that. So I memorized that especially. I have a good memory, but especially that's an hours I drilled in permanently because I've used it way more times after that, obviously. So, I punched it and, I started my shift. They taught us how to bag and what to separate. And, for the most part, at first I was doing well, but, we thought I was going to have a job coach. So, pretty much my mom just told me that that's the only reason why he hired me was because of that, which, I believe is discrimination. But, I'm not obviously suing or anything. But, I was just like, okay. Yeah. Yes, you heard me right. He thought, I thought, my mom thought that too, to be honest with you. Like, we thought that as well, so that's what my mom just told him. But yeah, I never ended up having one, to be honest. Vocational rehab, Nebraska vocational, it's VR, it's like a local employment agency service, so people with disabilities that haven't found jobs, so I work with them and stuff over there. So there wasn't even a budget for that back then, but I did eventually get services and everything like that. But yeah, so we thought I was gonna have one and stuff like that. But yeah, so it was fine. It was fun. I got along well with some of my assistant, with some of the managers there. It was kind of had to, some people be construction managers who kind of going. I got collected a few times about that, and also I would talk. My mom could hear me whenever I went when she was there one time. So but he had an issue with that. He had a problem with me just with that, but he couldn't say that because that's part of my special needs. So obviously, he couldn't say that. He's an HR guy. He knows the laws and stuff. So as did I. So yeah. So I saw him cashiering once. So he now wanted to put me on cashier on my mom contract at one point, but there was like a part by like the scenery part that I wanted we would put on, but the problem was no one was over there. And as far as a manager was going to help me. I'm not really stupid, but okay. But yeah, and he taught me my decision too much, which is why he didn't promote me. I don't know why I'm calling it a promotion, but I didn't leave my station. I would go in, but once in a while in between customers to get a drink of water. That was it. And I stayed when there were customers or whatever. I would only be gone for a second. The longer part I think was me walking to and from. Like it wasn't that bad. And yeah. So that was bull. So I wasn't happy with that at all. I was only there for I quit just before my 4 month mark, but with the 2 weeks notice, it was 4 months, and in like a couple weeks it'll be 3 years. I quit just end of May, during mid-May, basically at the end of my school year. Ironic, because I guess some would have been good to quit, but yeah. So I got a lot of good time. I was supposed to get a break after 2 hours, but that was rare to happen. That did happen sometimes, but there was times where it was late. One time it was 10 minutes late, or whatever. Or maybe it was sometimes I just wouldn't get it at all. Once the time came around that I was supposed to get it, I'd wonder if when I was gonna get it, but eventually, once some time passed, I knew I would be going home and stuff like that. And we do have to, and we do have to ask have people need more help out and stuff like that, and we also expect to help people out or whatever like that if they need it and stuff like that. And we all have to take tips, but if it's over $20, you have to report it. But but Brian did not specifically tell me is if the $20 was if it was a shift or like a day or out or anything like that, or what time period within a certain pay period or anything like that. So I didn't know that. So I didn't know if I had worked 2 days in a row, which I didn't. And if I this did not happen to me, but if I had 2 days in a row and each day I got $20, but I don't know about to report that down to the purposes. I just got some tips outside of that. At one point, I got a couple bucks, and then I got $5 or something like that. Or I had gotten 2 and 3, so I was about that. I told one of the hands that I was also, but I was more telling him just because I was happy about it, not because I had to. And so that was I think we tell Brian anyway and stuff like that. I remember one time I was working with a girl that I liked, that was a cash out bag, and we both got a tip. Customer, he put $3 in front of me, and I asked him how he wanted it split, and then he, had, if there was only 3, because, he asked him if it was the only 3, then I said yes, and he put another one down, he's like 2 each, so we both had that. Obviously, we had that shared moment, everything like that, and, there was this kind of older lady. She I had to after her call at one point. I know it was a Sunday because she said that she would now no longer be like the church basically all that because I mean she was in the kind of church. So I was happy about that. She didn't come, but still, I was extremely happy. I was also happy when people had like those handicap carts. Cause I love to ride those back in. Cause that's what we would do is we get the. I would like ride that back in and park it and charge it or whatever after customers are using. I actually have to sit on one which I actually really enjoy because I won't got a break. I'm not gonna touch this up to get a big enough about that, but I'd like untie my shoes. Oh, just sit down and time from it. And even though it was a much, I was at this for break because I was struggling, and stuff like that. So, and the one reason why I had to sit on it was because it would beep and stuff like if I didn't. So I got to enjoy that and everything like that. So that was put. I had more time to help this guy away. No tit. Yes, I was mad, but that was my job technically. Yeah, I know, but it was fine. So it was pretty interesting and stuff like that. A couple customers, I don't know if they're just trying to help me out or whatever, but I had a couple, rearrange things, I broke some stuff and it was, I had no honor to find it. That was one of the things that I basically was almost fine on any other circumstances I would have been fine, but that wasn't that quick because I didn't want to be fine, plus I was debating clean anyway. So, I caused some chips. I think I'm pretty sure a wine bottle broke. So, yeah, and, I had too much in the back and stuff like that, but, yeah, this was, I didn't bring my phone just because I wasn't going to be using it when I don't know, I wish I would. Now I do wish I would have bought it and any other I didn't have my phone with me to be honest. But this job I didn't want to do it because I don't have that kind of technology. So I didn't want to risk get used in my job over this. So I one time had to take it back for a customer or whatever or and needless to say I got it has spilled on my uniform. Yeah, it did. So I had to call my mom or whatever. And half that way, she came and bought me my new uniform. I had gotten a new shirt after a month to get a new shirt for free. You could pay for it. So we got 2 short sleeves too, and I got 2 long sleeves. Which is the long sleeves what you automatically get and everything like that. And there was no point, so I thought that I was mad about that. Not that I was gonna be buying groceries in my own pocket, but I just kind of I feel that's a good place to give employees, but. I did see a coworker of mine or whatever. People would come through the uniform, whatever, getting groceries, whatever like that. I love people that I knew that, it was a really small community and stuff like that. But they have a lot of high turnover there and stuff like that. So, yeah, I've been in since for different people. So, yeah, I saw the store manager there was Brian's boss, but I didn't talk to her, I just saw her, it was really fragile and stuff like that. So, talked to me a few times there's also because there was some issues and stuff like that about that stuff happening or whatever. And yeah, so give me some warnings. I got a couple write-ups. So my mom was involved, but those I had to be in there on my own and stuff like that, which was fine, and stuff like that. But had a little break room just where the the put down the orientation was and everything like that, and yeah, and if someone was in there, you couldn't go in there for your break or stuff and like that. Like if you did get a break, another guy she didn't really get breaks either, and he wasn't wanting to know anything. So it was all messed up and stuff like that. But I got a little bit of stuff. And so, yeah, how I would the braids other than that I should get them is I'd get, my mom would always give me $5 for a shift or whatever. I kept whatever I didn't spend, but I don't know, now I shouldn't have bought so much, but I get lots of lemonade, which I love, and stuff like that, and whatever kind of food treat I want, I would get donut or something like that. I know it's not my way, but I would, eat one with sometimes those free stuff. which I always eagerly went in and looked for. But yeah, so sometimes I would walk around a little bit getting snacks or getting stuff or whatever, or I had water or whatever. I would just go sit down in the bedroom or wherever, and just kind of relax. And I had some 15 minutes, so I'd watch the clock and stuff like that. I was on time. I got there a little bit early sometimes. I would want to start because I'm there. I'll get up 15 minutes early, which is I got about 10 minutes early and stuff like that. So I would do that, and then I would I think I put in the bedroom at first or whatever when I got there. But yeah, I would go right to work and stuff like that. Then I would come back out, and I would get out to work. We would pay for the break, so I didn't have to clock out or in and out or anything like that. There was an option to do that, but I didn't. It wasn't like a half-hour meal break or whatever like that. So it was good. I sometimes I couldn't clock it out when it worked, so I'd write it. There was a shit that you could write it manually on, and then the manager would initial it. But I changed it by a minute or two. But I put a minute or two, like back a minute or two when I got in, or maybe like write it for a minute or two more, or or whatever, just to kind of get kind of shoot the system a little bit. And one time I got myself some stuff, and I don't think I could cover it all, or whatever. So missed also the money I had in my pocket. So the guy, I don't know if he knew, but he just let me pay what I had, and that was it. So I kind of got around them too. But yeah, I was a little petty. I was already wanting to quit. No, I don't condone this, but you know what? They didn't treat me that well, nor do they treat any other employees that well, so I don't really care. I'm the kind of with this, I'm with them too, so yeah. I was a little bit salty towards them, but you know what? It is fine because I'm obviously past it now. No, not with them again, but yeah, there came a time when I wanted to quit. It's been I was, I just did not like it. I got 2 rights and then a big deal. 6 days apart. So basically, I got another one fired. Yeah, I was that close. But I had quit before that could happen. That was the day me and my mom met with Brian. It was before I was supposed to start. I know, funny, right? An agent that I knew, I saw him. Me and my Brian was all talked about it. I decided to go on leave of absence, which means I just wouldn't. I was still employed, but I just wasn't gonna get shit. So then I came out, I was happy. I told my manager, his name was Josh, that took me off of the schedule for that day. It was like a little past one it was like a little past when my shift was supposed to start. So yeah, I ended up going home and I ended up quitting. I called, my mom was around, she thought it well, but he wanted it like written notice. And that day it would count if I did that. So my mom emailed for me on my behalf. I mean, it said it was me, but my mom was the one that did the email. And yeah, I put my 2 weeks notice. Just I asked them what would happen or whatever, and I don't believe that is the right thing. I'm not necessarily gonna do that much anymore. But at the time I didn't wasn't really that much against it because people don't give it to us necessarily into fast, and it's like, why you don't get that, you know what I mean? So, I have those beliefs, but, yes, but at this time, I was totally fine giving it 2 weeks notice, so I did do that, and, so that was it, I had my 2 weeks, and that was it, I had a little, thing of the coworker, she, kind of sassed me a little bit. I, showed my issue with my school. I was trying to get to know her. I asked her for, I believe, her Instagram and her phone number. She had the nerve to say I was stealing her identity. I know, it was just a joke. It was banter. I have, it was fun, I'm just like a little bit annoyed, I don't have many friends, and I nor dad back then. I was trying to make some. The 2 things I want to make at work is money and friends. But yeah, so we had that we would talk about it or whatever. I think she eventually wrote it down, her Instagram down or whatever. And we would have that channel about it. We would do it, you know, through customers, or we would tease each other about stuff. But sometimes it would happen when customers were there, so that was also an issue. Also, I don't know, like whenever I would get a drink of Washington talking about the book, she would call me Charlie. Cause if you forget your name tag, they have that was like the automatic name tag is Charlie. Because you did have to have one per policy. And there was this one day that we got the dress up and like you had to buy them and there was like a picture of it, but there was like a picture of that, but it was like a colorful like promotion, and then a couple of them they were looking for. It was really awesome. It was awesome. So yeah, she called me. Her name was Aliyah. Her name was wait, I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's Aleyya. So we did that. So she called me Charlie. So I called her Sam, but then I decided to end up calling her Uncle Sam, like the political thing. Oh, I did do that. I did that, you know. And a customer was just mistress said that, you know, she had, talking about that because, you know, she had witnessed, you know, her speaking to me like that, and that's what I was happy about that. I think I broke a spell. It wasn't one of my finest, but you know what? It was cool. It was fine. You know, it was a good short-lived experience that I'm now talking about online. But yeah, so it wasn't really too bad. And then fast forward a little bit, I got some money hit my bank account, and it was a bonus, but I didn't know that I was gonna get it because they had gotten one when I was working there, but I wasn't there long to get it. But I did end up getting one after I had already quit, apparently. So yeah, that was cool, and that's it. Did I like it? I did not really like it. No, I would never work there again, obviously, when I kind of thought maybe if I needed to, but I don't need to, but you know, stuff like that. It was just. But yeah, I mean, it was a good, valuable experience nevertheless, and you know, it's definitely an experience that, you know, it's good to have, and you know, there was a lot of turnover even when I was there, I saw it, you know. After I quit, you know, I knew someone that worked there and stuff like that. So yeah, they experienced a lot of turnover, and I do see why, you know, they didn't do a good job training their staff, but I didn't get much training from Brian or whoever else, you know, it was mostly, yeah. I never got a raise or anything like that. I was the same pay the whole time. I don't really know what the I think I got 6 months or something, but I don't really know what the thing was with that. But yeah, so I know this is long, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next video. But peace out, you guys. Thank you for joining me. And definitely let me know as you guys want to see and stuff like that as well. And if you want to talk about any jobs that I've applied or whatever that I have not ended up looking for, let me know. I did this one first because this is the first one that I had. I'll tell them in chronological order which I got the job. The next one is going to be about looking at bats. Still, my next story. You know, the next person I want those bats. So definitely let me know. So tune if you want to see that and everything like that. And I will see you guys in my next one. Alright, peace.